What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Thursday, the 21st of November. And let's get started. Let's do a recap of what we had yesterday. We'll get you on a free play. Free play is going to be in college basketball today. College basketball continues to roll onward, and best in the business by far, as I said it would be. So let's get started. Yesterday, it was not necessarily a small card as far as what to choose from, but it was definitely a small card for me. I did not like a lot of what we had to choose from yesterday. There was only two NHL games on during Wednesday night rivalry, so did not play either of those. So a rare day off in the NHL. Had one NBA game. We took the Miami Heat -10. Some people may have gotten it at 10.5 if they played it right there before tip-off. Either way, nice winner. We had St. John's in college basketball -10, easy winner. Vanderbilt -8, nice winner. Memphis -16, they did not come through. And some people were asking me if I thought that it was due to having their star player sit. And I don't know that it's him sitting that is the problem. I think it's the idea of him sitting and what's looming around that may be catching everybody's attention. But, got a bunch of emails saying, "Oh, Memphis is fade material without him." Guys, if you want to fade Memphis, by all means, go ahead. But don't come crying to me to fix your bankroll after you lose your ass, because Memphis is not fade material. Penny Hardaway was not only a fantastic player, he is a good coach. Probably going to be one of the best recruiters in the country long term, second to people like Calipari. Calipari is always going to be number one because he knows that he can push kids into the NBA with just 1 year. He is a one and done coach, not ashamed of it. And then you have your Coach K's and your Roy Williams, who are going to be that are your top recruiters because they put championships on the hardwood. But who knows how long Coach K's got. If he were to win a championship this year by some, I don't want to say that it's far-fetched, but I do not think Duke is the best team in the country. But it's certainly possible. If he won a championship this year, Coach K won't be back next year. Why would he? He's done everything that he could possibly do, winningest coach of all time. But I think he knows it. Had Dean Smith not retired when he did, Dean Smith would be the winningest coach of all time, and nobody would have enough years to even catch up. Roy's still got a good ways to go. But I think Penny Hardaway is going to be a force to be reckoned with, guys. And I think this is his precursor into getting an NBA general manager job, truth be told. But you guys can fade him all you want. He'll get those boys back in line. It's not like he's going to let one player decide wins and losses. So, and we've made a lot of money off of Memphis already this season. So taking that loss didn't really hurt. Now, some people are telling me that UNC not covering the 30.5-point spread last night was showing that they're not a top 25 team. They won't make it to They won't make it to the big dance. They won't make it to the Sweet 16. They can't make it to the Elite Eight. Let me tell you something. Roy Williams will have those guys dialed in by Christmas. There's no doubt about that. Hush. But if you listen, they're like, "Oh, they can't make three-pointers. They can't make three-pointers." Well, three-pointers is more of selfish basketball. And that's just a fact. If you go out there and you watch it, he is not a selfish basketball guy. He does not like it. He wants people to touch the ball. He learned from Dean Smith. He wants every person to put their hands on that ball every time down the floor. Now, if there's a wide open shot, take it, because you still have to generate points to win ball games. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, they didn't cover back there, earlier in the month." Well, they weren't going to cover when he was playing someone that coached under him. He's not going to run up the score, even though he knows he can, against part of his family. That Carolina family, they don't do that. But against Elon, I don't think that Carolina played a terrible game. Could they have won by more? Yes. This should have been, just like I put in my write-up, I said this can and should be a name-the-score type game for North Carolina. They're just going to have to They're going to have to play selfishly. That's what it was going to be. Elon's in full rebuild mode, and they've got a brand new first-year head coach. And their team was truthfully just pieced together at the start of the season. They didn't even have a team. So But if you go back and listen to Roy's post-game press conference, like he said, he's like, we don't have to prove we can shoot three-pointers, shoot outside shots, and run scores up. He said, we proved that against Notre Dame, which is a good basketball team. He said, now that we're playing these lower-tier teams, he said, we've got to work on our interior stuff, our unselfish nature of basketball. And he said, I would rather do that, only win a game by 5, drop back in the rankings, just to know that my team's ready to go play the bigger competition, because they're going to be playing the best competition in the country, here in a very, very short little bit of time. He said, otherwise we can just run up the score on Elon all day long, or teams like that, and then when we have to play our Virginias and our Dukes and our Georgia Techs and even people like Ohio State coming up, he said we won't be ready. They'll be ready to guard the perimeter, and that's all we will have mastered. So hats off to Roy for flat out just saying it. If we lose a little bit on them in the early going, oh well, we lose a little bit on them, and it'll be what it is. But North Carolina, just like every year, is a team that we make money on. But either way, a 3-2 day there, but we did have one other college basketball game, which was our very first of the season NCAA basketball game of the week. It was the Indiana Hoosiers minus 18. Some of the trolls came out and sent me emails about how it was going to be a loss, yada, yada, yada. Of course, they won in fairly easy fashion once they got their rhythm going in the second half. So, obviously, the trolls have nothing better to do than send me emails. One thing that's really cool that I wanted to show you guys was finally got it. That's my Christmas present to my dad, the biggest North Carolina Tar Heel basketball fan that has ever existed. He has never been to a Carolina Duke game in the Dean Dome. Even as a student, you can barely get, you have to go through a lottery to get tickets. So as a student, as an undergrad, you have about a 9% chance of actually going to see a game against Duke. It is the hardest college athletic ticket to get. Now, you can find them now because of things like StubHub, but you're going to pay out the ass like I did. But he's never been. I've also never seen the game in the Dean Dome, and we've been there 1,000 times over. So we're going to go. So that's really cool. And I got my acceptance into the MLB winter meetings, which is really cool. So I'll be rubbing elbows with GMs and coaches and front office staff. And ask yourself this: if you want to be a member at a sports consulting service, especially one that is the best MLB out there, you want to be with somebody that trolls live chats, talks shit on YouTube, on Twitter, that's a bitch basically. Or do you want somebody that's sitting at the MLB winter meetings, getting firsthand insight of what's going to be going on this season? And, people like that, they couldn't get in for all the money in the world. I got accepted in through an organization. So look out, San Diego. We'll be there. We're flying the Sunday before. I'll get a bunch of live video done while I'm there. Obviously, I'll be working while I'm there too. But that's been a dream of mine to always go there. Shout out to Fenway Sports Group. That's who I will be there on behalf of, and we'll get it done. So anyway, coming off of another profitable day, another great day when you consider the game of the week winner. Let's get you on a free play. What we've got going on today, it's Thursday. It's a huge weekend in college football. You've got still games that mean a lot, guys, because you have those placeholder positions like Alabama. This is going to be a big weekend, and people just don't even realize it. Everybody's waiting on next weekend after Thanksgiving when you have rivalry week. Guys, there's a lot of stuff going on this week that means a lot in college football. So it's going to be a very big Saturday. Got a lot of basketball. Basketball's rolling along, winning day after winning day after winning day after winning day. So be a part of it. If you want to jump on a $50 package, you can do so. I'll give you Sunday for free. That is today and today only. So buy 3 days for $50, get the 4th day free. What else do we have going on? Live chat this afternoon. Jump in. I'm going to be throwing out a coupon code for a big discount on some longer term stuff. Week package, $99 for 7 days. College basketball season, make sure you jump on that. NHL season 22-4 and NHL top plays for 91%. NBA winning day after winning day after winning day. We're killing it in all sports right now, guys. So let's get on a free play. I'm going to take an underdog here today. Looking at the game, Charlotte is going to be on the road against App State. Now, here's the thing. the line makes sense if you just go off of pure paper. But the thing is, Charlotte's going to win this game outright, I do believe. They're catching 4.5 points. I don't think that's accurate. I mean, yeah, if you just go off of paper, both teams have started out fairly easily. But Appalachian State's been way too inconsistent for me to truly believe that they are damn near a 5-point better team. I say this game should be a pick 'em, and then maybe a 2.5 to 3 point favorite just because you're playing at home within an in-state rival. But App State's been very, very, very inconsistent. I, if you really look at it, if you really go back and look, Charlotte's not only playing like more of the complete team, they've had some statement wins already in this season. Davidson, Wake Forest, teams that are historically very competitive, good teams, and the 49ers are just new to this whole thing. So their confidence is up. They're in state, so travel's not really an issue. And the Mountaineers are really at this point just doing some soul searching. So if the 49ers come in and just play like they've been playing, they don't have to do anything different. They don't have to make any special adjustments. All they have to do is play the game they've been playing. I see Charlotte winning this game by multiple possessions, and you're going to be able to catch 4.5 from the start. I'll take it. Anything can happen. It's college basketball. The Mountaineers are going to get themselves a statement game this year, so I certainly don't think the Mountaineers are a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. But right now, they're too inconsistent for me to be laying 5 points against anybody that's fairly evenly matched with them. So being able to take 4.5 against a team that's playing at a different level than they are, I'll gladly do it because like I said, if Charlotte plays the way they've been playing, they're going to win this game outright, no questions asked. Now, if they go out there and they try to get cute and try to make a bunch of adjustments looking ahead to their competition down the road, then yeah, they might slip up, they might lose, and they might lose by 10 points. Then everybody's going to think Appalachian State is some great team that just slipped up in the beginning of the year. These teams are about as even as you can get from mid-major schools in college basketball. Give me a deadlocked even team with a team that's playing twice as well, twice as complete. I'll take it all day long. We'll see what happens, but I'm taking Charlotte plus 4.5 against App State tonight. That's it, guys. Tune into the live show. It will be in the later afternoon hours because I do have stuff going on today. But make sure you tune in. Get your coupon code if you are looking for a more long-term package. Just sign up, be a part of this weekend. It's going to be another great one. As always, we may have another really big play this weekend. I know we just had one yesterday, but we'll just see what comes of it. Love you guys. Appreciate everything you do for me. And if you are not a part of ChaseWins.com, make sure you get signed up, guys. Even if you just want to start, this is the perfect weekend to start. Buy 3 days, get a 4th for free. Let me prove to you what we do, and then you can jump on something long-term. Love you guys. I will see you back on Friday for another free video.